Something very serious is being talked about across Nigeria right now, and it is creating a lot of discussion everywhere. People are talking about it in buses, in offices, on social media, and even inside political meetings. The name at the center of this conversation is a name many people already know very well, and that name is Nnamdi Kanu. Now, before we go deeper into this story, please quickly like this video and subscribe to the channel. It helps the channel grow and also helps more people stay informed about important African stories like this one. So let us go straight into the matter. There is a headline spreading very quickly across the internet, and many people are reacting to it. The headline says that Nnamdi Kanu has been freed and that the federal government has been embarrassed by a Supreme Court decision. When people see a headline like this, emotions rise immediately. Some people become excited, some people become shocked, others begin asking many questions. Is it true? What really happened, and what does it mean for Nigeria? To understand the full story, we must first understand the journey that led to this moment. Nnamdi Kanu is known as the founder of a movement called the Indigenous People of Biafra. Many people simply call it IPOB. This movement has a strong goal. The goal is to create an independent nation called Biafra in the southeastern part of Nigeria. Now, this idea of Biafra is not new. In fact, it is a very old and emotional topic in Nigerian history. Many years ago, between 1967 and 1970, Nigeria went through a very painful civil war. During that time, a region attempted to separate and become a country called Biafra. The war lasted about 3 years, and it caused serious suffering for millions of people. Because of that history, anytime the word Biafra appears in political conversations, emotions become very strong. People remember the past, and they also worry about the future. Now, fast forward to modern times. Nnamdi Kanu became well known through speeches and radio broadcasts, where he spoke about political fairness, justice, and the right of people to decide their own future. His messages attracted many followers, especially young people in southeastern Nigeria. Many of his supporters believed he was speaking boldly about issues that others were afraid to discuss. But at the same time, the Nigerian government saw the situation in a different way. Authorities believed some activities connected to the movement could create instability and threaten national unity. Because of that, the government began taking legal action. In 2015, Nnamdi Kanu was arrested by Nigerian authorities. His arrest immediately became a national discussion. Supporters protested and demanded his release, while others said the government had the right to protect national security. After spending time in detention, he was eventually granted bail by the court. For a moment, it looked like the situation might calm down, but the story did not end there. In 2017, during a security operation around his hometown, Nnamdi Kanu suddenly disappeared. For a long time, nobody knew exactly where he was. Many rumors started spreading. Some people said he had left Nigeria for safety. Others said something more complicated had happened. Years passed without clear information about his location. Then in 2021, the Nigerian government made a major announcement. Authorities said Nnamdi Kanu had been arrested again outside Nigeria and brought back to the country to continue his trial. This announcement immediately attracted international attention. Legal experts, human rights groups, and political observers all began discussing the situation. Some people questioned the method used to bring him back to Nigeria. Others said the government had the right to ensure he faced the charges against him. The case continued in court for several years. Lawyers presented arguments, evidence was discussed, and the legal battle moved slowly through the justice system. If you are following this story so far, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your support really helps us continue bringing these important discussions to you. Now let us move forward in this story. After years of legal proceedings, the court finally delivered a major decision. The ruling shocked many people across the country. The court found Nnamdi Kanu guilty on serious charges related to national security, and he received a life sentence. This decision immediately created another wave of reactions. Supporters of Nnamdi Kanu said they would not give up. They announced that they would continue fighting the case legally. His legal team quickly filed an appeal and asked higher courts to review the decision. This means the case did not end with that judgment. The legal process continued. And this is where the situation becomes even more interesting. Across southeastern Nigeria, many voices began calling for a different approach. Some community leaders, traditional rulers, and political figures started suggesting that dialogue might be a better solution. The argument is simple. They say that sometimes political problems require political solutions, not only court decisions. But others strongly disagree with that idea Some leaders believe that the rule of law must always come first. They argue that if court decisions are ignored, it could create problems for the justice system. Because of these different opinions, the conversation has become very intense across Nigeria. Every new rumor, every headline, and every update about this case spreads very quickly. People want to know what will happen next. Will the appeal change the judgment? Will there be political negotiations, or will the situation remain exactly the same? Now imagine something for a moment. Imagine waking up tomorrow morning and hearing a dramatic announcement. Imagine hearing that the Supreme Court has made a new decision about the case. If such a decision happened, the reaction across Nigeria would be huge. Supporters would celebrate loudly. Political leaders would start debating the implications immediately. News stations would begin discussing what it means for the future of the country, and the political atmosphere could change overnight. This is why the story of Nnamdi Kanu is not just about one individual. It has become a symbol of larger discussions inside Nigeria. Discussions about unity, identity, fairness, and the future direction of the country. Nigeria is a nation with many cultures, many ethnic groups, and many political interests. Managing that diversity requires patience, dialogue, and strong leadership. That is why cases like this attract so much attention. They represent deeper questions about how a country balances national unity with freedom of expression and regional identity. And until the legal process finally reaches its conclusion, this story will continue to remain in the spotlight. People across Nigeria and across Africa will continue watching closely, because whatever happens next could influence the political conversation for many years. Now, if you are still listening to this story, please remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us bring more detailed African stories to you. The next part of this gist will become even more interesting because we will begin to look at something many people are already talking about.